In the nuclear family, traditions tend to be kind of static. We always do that. But in a blended family, they are more fluid. But the holidays highlight, the ghosts of the past and then the stress of trying to match the calendars and the logistics. And this episode is about letting go of this idea of a perfect date and embracing the idea of new rituals that make our family unique and special.
Yeah. So welcome.
Hi, I'm Lana.
And I'm Jasper.
And we are
Modern Family Real Talk.
We are a patchwork family.
But the stuff we talk about is also relevant for all families.
So let's get real.
Let's get wiser together.
So, Christmas.
It's the most complicated time of the year. Yeah, it sure is. It's the season of high expectations. It's the double schedules. It's the dreaded spreadsheet of where the kids should sleep on the 24th.
Yes. Today we're speaking about surviving this holiday season, coping with the guilt of the empty chair, then the logistics of making it work with your ex and their planning, which is also very important for them, and also stopping trying to replicate the Christmases that you used to have in your old family and instead creating new traditions.
Yeah, absolutely. The hardest part is the comparison. Kids will say, but we usually do this, and mom, she always does that. And I think actually in our family, we're pretty blessed. We haven't had so many problems when it comes to merging the Christmas. And we've been pretty blessed because our kids have been very supportive during Christmas. We give presents to the kids from us, and sometimes we even give it together with the other parent, which I think it has worked perfectly, and the kids are fine with that. And I think that's a really good way to do it, not just divided hard. No, this is from me to my kids and you to your kids. So I'm actually pretty happy with the kind of good level we found on the present.
It hasn't always been like this in my case.
Yeah. Flexibility
is an acquired skill. For example, 5 years ago, I had trouble, moving away from this idea of biological parents giving Christmas presents to their children.
Yeah.
To me, it was important to still remind our kids that we are your parents and Christmas is a family tradition, a family holiday, so we should be the ones giving you presents. And for example, I argued with my ex about this 5 years ago when I wanted to have 30 minutes when he and I would give presents to our kids, and he couldn't imagine 30 minutes without his new lady. But since then, I have evolved in my views, in my attitude, so I can totally be flexible about it. And, to be honest, kids remember who the presents come from, who they're from for exactly 20 seconds, and then they move on. And it's the mere fact of a present that's important. They focus on the presents and not on the giver.
I think you're right.
And I think this flexibility is a good survival mechanism. It doesn't matter. It's mix and match. You can say these presents are from all the parents, all the adults involved. It doesn't really matter.
No.
And if we mention research here, Hetherington and Kelly's research shows that kids adapt well when adults avoid competition and focus on emotional stability rather than matching the other household.
Yeah. And then there is the year that you don't have them. And it's like waking up at Christmas to an empty house. Well, not exactly empty. I mean, you and I are
I'm
there.
still there.
Yeah, you're still there. But it can feel a bit heartbreaking.
Yeah, because, like with all family-oriented seasons, and holidays.
Yeah. So I think we need to talk about the parenting guilt. The feeling that you cannot enjoy a holiday without your kids. But
this misconception, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because spoiler, you can. And we've seen it.
And you should.
And you should. Like for 2 Christmases ago, you and I, we went to Denmark.
Yeah, we didn't have kids then for Christmas. It was our turn to have New Year's with them, but not Christmas.
Yeah, and this was my first Christmas without kids. So for me, it was special. And I was, dreading the holiday. But because I had you with me and we went to my family, it was actually a wonderful Christmas.
And it was my first time to celebrate Christmas with your family.
Exactly.
So we could focus on that instead.
Yeah. And because of the war going on in Russia and Ukraine, you cannot meet up with your parents. I think it's important that we still, every second year, we take the trip, we to Denmark in our case and visit our families, and hopefully when the war soon will be over, we can go to Russia.
You learn to appreciate it when you are deprived of that privilege, like going to my homeland. I cannot do that.
No.
So every time I meet or talk to my parents, I really cherish it. And yes, coming back to celebrating Christmas with or without your kids, I mean, we have learned to accept that every other Christmas we are not together with our kids. We still celebrate Christmas, just maybe not on the same date the whole planet does.
Yeah, so we realized early on that flexibility is all that matters when it comes to, holidays. And the most important thing is for us to make the schedule as smooth as possible, so it will work for everybody. There's a lot of people involved in this, so it's not that it has potential to not be easy. But I think again we have been blessed that it has been quite easy, right? Am I just ignoring?
Communication is key. I mean, there are still things that could be improved, and we'll mention them. But in general, it's been quite smooth for us. But it's not only the blessing; it's hard work.
It is hard work
and communication.
Yeah, if our kids are not with us at Christmas, as you said, we just celebrate it before. We just have Christmas a week before, and in our family, it's a pretty pressed time because we also have 2 birthdays at Christmas, so there's a lot of
one birthday is the 22nd of December and the other 29th.
Yeah, and then Christmas in between. So but I think it works well because it is not, as you said before, it's not the 24th. That's not the important thing. It's the time we spend together and celebrate Christmas. So, and we should maybe say, I mean, in Sweden we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, and sometimes we have kids a week before that, and then we'll arrange this fake Christmas. We'll celebrate Christmas. Well, you can call it fake, but it is the emotional aspect of this day that's important, regardless of when it is celebrated. We still do the whole show with starting with breakfast and having Christmas breakfast, wearing Christmas pajamas, and then of course baking gingerbread cookies. That was a lot of fun as well. And
last year we moved into a new house on the 20th of December. Added another significant day to our family calendar.
Our house day.
Our house day, we have decided to call it. And so we have created a new tradition this year. We're going to put up the Christmas tree on the 20th to commemorate the house day. Late, you can think, but it's not late for us because in Russia we actually don't celebrate Christmas in December. It is celebrated on the 7th of January, and we put up the Christmas tree for New Year's. So if we bring in the Christmas tree on the 20th of December, chances are it will still be perky and green and smelling nice on the 31st. So that is kind of a win-win.
Yeah.
And that way we marry the Russian and Danish and Swedish traditions very well. Okay, and research supports this point. For children, it is the emotional side of the rituals that is the most important and not the actual date.
So the rituals we have, we use a method called the mash up method, which is keep some old things and let go of the things that cause stress and create new ones. So how do you merge these traditions? So we actually brought some traditions in from Russia, Sweden and Denmark, because that's where we are from and we live in Sweden. And the kids seem to like them all. I think so.
Yeah.
And I think it's we've been very good at merging all these old traditions and also creating new ones. For example, we have discussed with kids, when to put up the Christmas tree. The perfect day is where we all walk down, find a tree, carry it home, put it up, and then everybody starting to make a wonderful Christmas tree. I really love that.
Yeah. Last year, you and I chose the tree, but maybe this year we can involve the kids more in picking the tree, finding our baby.
Exactly.
So keeping old traditions. What else do we keep? Well, we follow the Swedish traditions because our kids are predominantly Swedish. They have grown up in Sweden. Like we watch Christmas cartoons, the traditional Christmas cartoons, but we also, we cook Danish, Swedish, and Russian seasonal meals.
We actually
kids love it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of food. Because the Danish method it's called æbleskiver, so that is like round pancakes.
Yeah.
Where you have a special
pancakes / waffles.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of, and then. Doing the old tradition says you have to put an apple in the middle, but we don't do that. But we just do these round.
But you still call them apple slices, yeah.
Yeah. And it takes a long time.
Yeah, and then I mentioned gingerbread cookies. That was a lot of fun. At one Christmas, when we didn't have kids over for Christmas. But prior to the actual Christmas, we made a gingerbread cookie house. It was spectacular, that house. It was a whole little town.
Yeah.
It had a church, it had small houses. It was great. But also, there is a tradition of Santa, or the Swedish colleague of Santa's, visiting the house with presents. And last year, we kind of merged this idea of a Santa character. We merged the Russian and Swedish approaches, I guess. And actually, my ex dressed up as Santa's Russian colleague, Ded Moroz, or Father Frost, and he came with presents, and he visited us with his new lady, and we had those, äppelskiver together.
Yeah, well pronounced.
And I'm not sure about that. That was fun. It will take longer for your ex to come and join us. I suppose she's not there yet, but hopefully in the future.
Yeah. Then you should let go of things that cause stress.
Yeah.
And it's really about being together without expectations. And, try to make it as cozy as possible and, low-key and all in on on cakes and candy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe watch a good movie. Yeah, so I like to watch Love Actually. We did that with kids. I don't know if they watched the whole film, but
they came and went.
They came and went, but I like to watch that. With you during Christmas. It's nice. And if you have any suggestions, write in the comments which film you like to watch during Christmas. That would be great.
Expand our repertoire.
But the thing is, don't force too many things on the schedule. Just breathe and be.
Yeah, I think actually we should appreciate the benefits of having kids every other weeks. You have time to recuperate and plan for the next, more intense period, a more intense week with kids that precedes Christmas. So last week we were doing crafts, and this week we are also planning other activities. So we are preparing for that, and when kids are here, that weekend will be magical for them again.
Yeah.
But so we have created one brand new thing that belongs only to this house. We do a lot of crafts together. For example, we worked with clay and made decorations and presents. We encourage the kids to create presents with their own hands for the other parent, because who wants to get something that they buy for our own money? I personally prefer something that they make themselves. And another new creative tradition is to make candles together. I went all in, bought soy wax, tools, and oranges. I dried oranges in the oven, and that was a lot of fun. That's another fun way to create presents.
And then can we talk about what you said earlier about gifts? The budget war. It can be hard if the other house gives presents that are more expensive than your own. For example, I was at one of my kids' birthday, and I came with some gifts that were not,
as expensive, maybe.
Yeah, so I came with some gifts that were not as expensive as my ex's new boyfriend's presents were. And, the first 2 seconds, I felt like, what? But then I actually felt afterwards, like after 2 seconds, it didn't take long. I felt, wow, what a nice thing for him to do. And I mean, I'm a teacher, he's a doctor, so there are some differences when it comes to afford what they can afford or what we can afford. But my suggestion is like, don't make it a thing.
Yeah.
I know this sounds corny, but it's the thought that counts.
Right. It does. And I mean, one way to go about it is to agree on the budget, talk to your ex about the budget, or, let go and just make it clear to your kids that, okay, maybe not to have high expectations, but make sure that they know that, for example, we being teachers, we try to save more to take them on trips, to create these joint experiences together.
I'm at peace with the thought that we give them what we can.
Yeah.
And so do the other parent.
Yeah.
But,
it can differ.
It can differ, and it's okay.
Yeah. Our presents may not be as extravagant, but the experiences that we try to organize are. Yeah.
Well said.
Yes, and then, of course, how to deal with the stress, because during this intense period, which Christmas season is, there is a risk of snapping at each other occasionally.
It happens.
Yeah.
But, we try to take a moment, maybe on the off days where we don't have kids. I think we're pretty good at doing things together. Have a glass of wine, watch some movies, and we go often to Christmas markets. I love going to Christmas markets with you. It's so nice, drinking some glögg and
just mulled wine.
Yeah, I like that. But this year is not gonna be the same. It's like we have one day, then it's off to Denmark, celebrating Christmas with my family. Then one day after Christmas, we have with them, and then we're going up to the mountains, skiing with our kids,
celebrating New Year's together.
Yeah, so it's gonna be so much for
these 2 weeks.
These 2 weeks. So we're not gonna have a lot of time together, but we're gonna go by train. We decided to go by train. We will spend 6 hours, 8 hours together
on the road.
And I know for a fact, because we've done this before, we're gonna have such a good time.
Yeah, we are gonna download some movies and bring some good food with us, and it is very important to have these micro moments of connections. We talked We talked about that before in our second episode, I think, or third. Research again shows that if couples remember to plan or to have these micro moments of connections, they have more stable relationship and they have more resilience in general, coping with stress.
Yeah, and like a very good example was yesterday. We have this week together, and we. As teachers, you're very stressed in December because there's a lot of assignments, there's a lot of work.
A lot of grading.
So we have actually been throwing us, in sofa watching films because we were too tired to do anything. And yesterday I was actually tired. But I thought, well, we talked about this. We shouldn't be watching film all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really didn't want to, but I asked you anyways, should we play cards? And I cannot speak on your behalf, but it felt like, no, you were really not into it, but you said yes because we talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about the detrimental effect that staring at the screen has on our relationship. So we both were very much aware of the benefit of sitting playing cards instead.
So we did that, and that was actually feeling good. I was actually happy afterwards because we connect in other ways than just sitting here in the sofa.
Yeah, you didn't lose very gracefully there, but yeah, it was a good try.
Okay, moving on.
Summing up, this month is very stressful. It is hard, but we parents should give ourselves some grace. It doesn't have to be Disney perfect to be filled with love.
No. So, what is your unique blended family traditions? We would very much like to hear them, so write it in the comments.
Yes, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is a magical season of presents and appreciation, and there is no better present for us than to get your like and your subscription or your comments. That's the ultimate present. We love getting your comments, and please like and subscribe. It will mean a lot to us.
And take care and have a wonderful December. Bye bye.
Happy holiday season.
Yeah, bye.